can't stress it enough. Do not buy this sauna. Guys, hi YouTube. There's 30,000 members of you here in the Facebook group. I have your questions and stuff pulled up on my screen right here, right next to this, and we're also going to put this on YouTube because so many people ask, right? Why is it that I'm the only person on the internet that says do not buy this sauna, right? It's not that difficult to do, right? You guys send in these questions just like this lady just posted over here, and then you're responding with, oh, buy this brand, buy a Clearlight, buy a Sunlight, and buy a this, buy all these brands, but no one is taking into account what this group member is actually asking. They're saying, this is my situation, is there something that you would recommend? Throwing out a brand just because you like it, right? Unless, of course, you're associated with the companies that sell them. You're a sales agent somewhere, you're a dealer somewhere, you work at a sauna company or all this, that, and the other. Yet, these people love to say that, oh, Matt works at a sauna company, that's why he says what he says. If that's so true, then why am I the only person that I've seen on the internet that says, don't buy a sauna at all? You have no business buying any sauna. There was a gentleman or also a lady this week in the Facebook group, yesterday or today also, that was asking about a particular sauna, said they have a budget about $3,000 or $4,000, trouble sweating, this, that, and the other. I just said, hey, it sounds like maybe this isn't a good fit. Before buying any sauna, to be quite frankly, I wouldn't recommend you buy anything right this second. If you live in a decently populated area, what I would recommend is the same thing I've always recommended. Don't buy anything. Go to a local spa, a float tank place, something, pay your $40, rent a few sessions. Make sure that this is for you before you invest thousands of dollars, right? But social media and salespeople will say, oh, buy this brand, it's gonna do this for you, or buy this spectrum, it's gonna work better for you for this, or all this stuff, and before you know it, you got thousands of dollars wrapped up into this thing, you don't even know it's right for you. How is that helping anybody? And one of the things that I realize is that people who are associated with sauna companies, or people that sell them, or they work for these companies, or they're paid to do social media for them or something, like as a model, right? And they say, oh yeah, it's so amazing and it's great and da 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 da. I've heard all this bullshit, right? Answer me this. How come no one grasps the concept that no sauna brand can be number one for everybody all the damn time? Has anyone, am I the only person that sees this happening in real time day to day? I think the answer is no. I think a lot of people see it. I think the truth is that they actually work at places where they sell these things, or they're paid to like hawk them, on social media and show their tits, or show, be a ripped bodybuilder in a board shorts or something, and do their modeling thing, get their $4,500 and take the photos and say they love it and da da da. Meanwhile, they don't even use the damn thing. They're just on gear or peptides and they look shredded, right? There's tons of guys like that. So what is really happening here is a disservice to the consumers, right? Because this is what I ask myself all the time. I don't say it out loud to you guys, but I'm gonna do it today. When people come along and they try to talk me into stuff and they say, oh Matt, we've got a great product and da 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 da, I was like, oh, okay, I'll take a look at it. I'd like to review it. Can't promise you anything. If I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. Whatever. In the back of my mind, every single time I see these posts, even in my own sauna group, there's 30,000 people of you in there. This is going on Facebook also. All the places. How can any sauna be number one all the time for everybody? How? Riddle me that. Do you have any idea why the certified sauna, the list exists, or why we even started testing them like this in 2019 really? Do you know why? It's to have a baseline set of criteria to operate within. A sauna either passes the tests or the limits set within those thresholds, or it doesn't. It's literally that simple. It is not statistically possible for one sauna brand or model to be the right fit or to be number one all the time for everybody, right? So the right thing to do in this situation when this comes up is don't buy any sauna. That's my recommendation. Do not buy any sauna, right? Because if you're not taking, if someone is selling you this stupid thing and they're not taking your unique needs into account, how on earth does it matter what everyone else thinks is good when it doesn't work for your situation? I'll give you a few examples, like real ones, you guys. Yes, I see your questions here. We're gonna get to those. Probably be a different video. If you want a corner sauna, how on earth could someone say, oh, just buy this brand, but they don't even make a corner sauna? What are you supposed to do? It's the only thing that'll fit right in your spare bedroom, and that's what you have to work with. You're not gonna move houses just so you can buy a sauna, right? So what are your choices? Let's say you want your family to sauna with you, and you have interest, and somebody on social media says, oh, just buy a Sunlighten, or just buy a Heavenly Heat, or just buy a Radiant Health, or just buy a Clear Light, or just buy a Healthmate, or just buy a, whatever brand, pull your names out of a hat. You know what I mean? It doesn't really even matter at this point. You have companies that just don't make large saunas that are comfortable for families. Just like you have companies who make great products, they just don't make large saunas that will accommodate a comfortable seating position like that for a family. So, are you supposed to throw the baby out with the bathwater, or whatever the famous saying is? No. You go to the next best thing based on that set of criteria. So the number one thing that anyone could do for you is to listen to you and say, well, what are you looking for? What's important to you? What are your needs? Do you notice that I don't just throw out brand recommendations and I harp and I ride their asses for the people who do that? Because they're not taking into any account whatsoever what your unique set of circumstances are. So how on earth is any of the information any good? And don't even get me started on you guys posting your questions from the sauna salespeople in here. You do realize that they work for a sauna company. And they're in an exclusive agreement a lot of the time. And the only fucking brand that they're allowed to sell you is the one that you're talking about with them. So what do you expect them to say when they ask you about another brand? I mean, they're not being forthcoming about this. It's not like it's plastered all over their wall. Hey, we're only allowed to sell you this, right? But it's true. If you go to a local hot tub store, what do you have? Geo-local territories. They're not allowed to sell online. They're only allowed to sell what they're a dealer for in their store that they can get approved for with their dealer application or whatever, right? So, and they're not even that experienced. So what are they going to tell you? More bad information that's not helpful to you? They've never used anything else. They're not allowed to sell anything else. So why on earth do you guys think that they're going to tell you anything that's going to help you about anything but what they have in this stupid store? Right? This is mind-boggling to me at 2025 that consumers, customers, good people in our group even with me helping, are having the wool pulled over their eyes like this. It's insane. So the point of the certified sauna list, why is my stupid thing timing out? Everything went black. The point of my list is to have some quality brand and model options on there. It's not to say that, hey, this is the end all be all for every single person's situation, right? Some of you are having issues with Clear Light outdoor saunas. I have told you from the beginning, I do not really like outdoor saunas that don't have a real roof. I'm not gonna use a cover on an outdoor sauna and make the whole backyard look like shit because that's the only way you can get it warrantied or something. At the same time, for somebody who's looking for something that fits that criteria, right? What other options do you have? It's one of the better choices, right? So we keep it on there. It's not to say that if you choose a company that I like and they don't make a particular model or the right size or has the right electrical hookup for you, that's gonna be you'd be pissed, right? So that's why I don't just throw out a brand recommendation and there's stipulations attached. But there is a set of criteria. Hey, we've had decent results or great results or good results, at least, not bad, with these brands, these products, these models. That's also why on the certified sauna list, You will see model recommendations. Why? Because sometimes companies change their product line and one model is not the same to the next. So you can't expect me to just blindly endorse the damn thing, right? There's stipulations involved. That's why I try to help, and we have the Facebook group. You can ask questions and I tell you not to buy stuff. It's the most honest thing that anybody could do, is just say, hey, don't buy anything right now. You know what I mean? Anyone that tries to push you into something is just trying to shove a sale on you. But it's not right. You only have to get this right once and you'll be super happy forever. It's ridiculous. So more examples. I just gave you some on outdoor saunas, right? Certain features, right? Some people just want certain features. Whatever it is. It could be tech stuff, it could be connectivity, it could be certain, wavelengths. You get lost in this spectrum thing, which is totally ridiculous. You think that because it's full spectrum that you're getting red light therapy. And you want to know that red light therapy, this is a question in our Facebook group this week. Does red light therapy have merit? Oh, so-and-so said that it doesn't really matter, you should buy our sauna, it has the right wavelengths. This is complete nonsense. If you go on PubMed and you look up photobiomodulation, short for or the abbreviation is PBMT, right? Photobiomodulation. PBM therapy, right, is documented across I don't know how many studies. Go and look at them. Anyone who tells you that PBMT does not have merit should be hung off a bridge or something, because they themselves have no idea what's going on in the actual world and are being more harmful to you than helpful. I can tell you that right now, right? Red light therapy absolutely has merit. But if you go on Amazon and you buy one of these cheap fucking saunas that has a red light therapy panel that you get for free, they say it's for free. Nothing is free, you guys. Everything is subsidized. Even these free shipping offers and all this other nonsense, right? If you have a red light therapy panel mounted on a fixed plane means a wall that doesn't move, doesn't articulate, doesn't have a swing mount that can come around to the front of you, right? If you see how I modify stuff, you see why we add certain things like this. If this thing is mounted on a side wall, on a 45-degree angle, on a fixed plane behind you or anything like that, just because the hue emanates from the sauna with a red glow does not mean that your torso, your face, your body, right, is ever going to get enough red light therapy, enough therapeutic light penetration, enough dosage, enough intensity at that distance, because the light is not going to wrap around to the front of you when the damn thing is mounted behind you. So maybe you got a great deal on this thing. Maybe you got the red light for free. Maybe this, maybe that. Maybe you think your sauna is amazing because it has red light in it. But you are inherently missing the concept from all the studies that I'm telling you to go and look at, and stop listening to these idiots that just say, oh, it has it in there. Well, that's not good enough, you guys. This community, we don't gamble with our health. We're not trying to save $1,500 or something and get something for free because it has it in there. I don't give a shit if it has it in there or not, if it's never going to do anything for me, right? I want to spend the extra money so that I'm not 5 or 10 years down the road and figure out, oh, I've had a sauna that has red light therapy or is full spectrum or has all the wavelengths, right? But actually, I'm experiencing degradation in my health and in my body because I haven't been getting red light therapy this whole flipping time because it's not set up to work for me correctly. The sauna is not built for that. The sauna is built to look attractive in a brochure, or when you turn it on, it's got gadgets and gizmos and they shine bright. And you automatically just think that that's amazing. Or you think that it has it in there. Are you guys starting to see what's happening? There's a difference between products that actually work and stuff that looks shiny. Shiny object syndrome. Have you heard of this? I could literally do this for hours. We could just go on and on and on. I just don't want you to I don't want to put you through that torture. You know what I mean? There's a limit to this stuff. And there's a reason why brand recommendations are kind of not just, held in high regard. It's situational awareness. And if you're only asking questions from people that work at a place or can only sell you one thing, or I don't know, are these paid influencers to wear their bikini and sit nice in it and put their legs up and give you the look and everything else and look all, how you want to aspire to look, or if you want to lose weight, they're the epitome of what you would like to achieve. They're placed there for a reason, you guys. It's because they're attractive. It's because it makes it look cool. It's because it plants the seed in your mind that you can achieve that. And maybe you can with that product. I'm not dogging that. I'm just saying it's so frustrating to me because I watch all of this from a 30,000 foot overview, literally with tens of thousands of people, and I see them struggling and interacting and posting these questions. And I'm like, I can only imagine what's going on these phone calls and these emails and these text messages that they're having with these people. They're just sending this copy and paste nonsense, and people are buying into, oh, I've got to have this wood type, or I've got to have this wavelength, or oh, this has to have a layout, just all this crazy stuff that doesn't actually make a difference to the health of the individual. I'm not saying don't buy it if you want it. If it has some feature or some TV, or it connects to your phone, or it does this or does that, and you're well versed in understanding what you're getting and you want that, please, by all means, go and buy that. I don't care if it's a brand that I don't like, or I wouldn't buy myself, or I wouldn't recommend to friends and family. If it's the right fit for you, go and buy it, right? You guys that are struggling with this info, it's where you're getting your info from that's causing all the issue. Just the other day, these people that are posting on Facebook about the apartment saunas, you guys, these sauna salespeople are really doing you a disservice, man. Like it bothers me. You know, I have a lot of construction experience. If I wanted to, I could make you a video step by step showing you how to rip all the drywall out of this room, run a brand new dedicated circuit, and hook up any sauna that you want here. And I'll even fish the wires to the electrical room through the floor trusses underneath us, right? I am capable and I'm experienced enough to do that. This is not practical for 90% of people, probably 95, 98% of people. It's a huge mess. It's a huge expense. You should get something that works for you. People telling you to use these outlet switches or whatever and like shut off everything in order to create a dedicated circuit. You guys, you're missing the boat on this stuff. There's not a 20 amp breaker in the panel, which means there's not a 20 amp slot allotted for that circuit, period. Which means the wire in the wall is probably undersized, right? It's probably a 14.2, 16.2, whatever it was spec'd out to be, but it's certainly not going to be something that can handle a higher load. So you watch these videos on YouTube and it shows you how to, unplug stuff and create a dedicated circuit, but no one's taking into account that this sauna is going to pull over 2,000 watts and you're going to use your little extension cord adapter. And it's going to run for over an hour. Thank God it has a countdown timer. After 60 minutes, it'll automatically shut off. But that's enough time to overdraw that circuit and melt the jacket on the wire in the wall. And what does that mean? Disaster. That means not good, right? That means hopefully no one is still home and there's no pets or kids in the house, right? Terrible, terrible, terrible advice. Why is someone saying that? Why is there a person on social media or a person that works at a sauna company or a person that owns a sauna brand or anything, all of the above, even if it's just a person that doesn't do anything like that and they just make videos like I do, right? You guys, this is insane. This is a media business for us. We make money based off of all the stuff that we do online, right? If we get paid for reach, basically. It's 2025. There's ad programs everywhere. There's the same incentives across the entire industry for all the brands, right? You guys are led to believe that there's not. There is. With 2 clicks, anybody who has an AdWords campaign for their business, we can basically monetize. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we take advantage of the referral programs for the companies that we like. Yes, we take advantage of the ad dollars and stuff for all the YouTube things or anything else that we run online, and we can place ads and everything else. There's third parties that will pay for placements there. We're not governing it. We're not picking and choosing, right? YouTube themselves is now they're integrating Google Shopping with the platform. You just click a button and they put the stuff up there. Their AI algorithm is starting to match it with the transcription of what I'm saying throughout the video. So eventually they're gonna show the product on the screen, right? We don't have to do anything for this stuff. There's no incentive to show you one over the other. What's the incentive? They're both gonna pay us the same ad rate. It's governed by the industry and what the CPC or what those companies pay per click and all this other stuff, right? Why am I telling you this? Because these same people that will show you how to create a fake dedicated circuit by using these. I'm pointing to an outlet at the wall that I can see because it's a great reference point, right? They're saying, oh, unplug all this stuff and we'll create this, and you can use an adapter, and if you buy our sauna today, you know, we'll get you this great deal and you can do this and you can do that. Meanwhile, you might burn your damn house down, which is completely insane and totally avoidable. We don't make content like that trying to pigeonhole people into stuff that they shouldn't buy, because we don't operate from those same paradigms. It's not something I would do. So I don't know why you guys think that it's something that I would tell you to do. Yet, these people can't sell you anything else. That's what I want you to understand. The information that you're getting comes from a place of, I'm being them for a second, right? If I were to visualize in my mind and switch roles, in order to be this person, to be this guy, right, that would make a video and show someone a way around needing a dedicated circuit for a sauna, which any electrician would have an absolute field day with this, by the way, is borderline insane, because it's an actual fire hazard. It's a liability hazard for the company that they work for or sell for, right? Hopefully they have God knows what insurance. They're coming from a place of, I can't give you anything else. It has to be this. He's forcing it to try to work to your situation because there's nothing else left for him. So if you ask, when you ask, this is how all this stuff starts, you guys. When you ask, oh, well, there's a guy on YouTube that does product review. Not me. There's a different guy. Oh, well, he works for so-and-so. Then you ask him about Matt's videos, mine. Oh, well, Matt has this, and this tutorial about the electrical. And oh, well, Matt works for so-and-so company. They're just trying to push this and push that. You start asking him about other opinions or other options or other, reviews or anything. And that's the default, because they're backed into a corner, you guys. They can't offer you anything else. And there's no way out of this situation. So the only thing left to do is to discredit and then lie to you and potentially put you and your family at risk just to get you to buy something. I can't do that. I don't do that. I won't do that. I don't like that, right? I would never tell my friends and family to do something like that. I myself personally would never do that long term. Full disclosure, I have tried what they're talking about. I've used an extension cord adapter. I have done this. And I've also had melting wires at the breaker, melting jackets, smoking in my panel in the laundry room, right? Not a great experience. I know exactly what I'm talking about, right? So in these cases, for people that have apartments, for people that have electrical supply issues, there's an option out there that's going to work for you as long as you have an outlet you can run a vacuum cleaner on. You know what I'm saying? There's no need for you to get into a model, a product, a brand that only sells something that would require you to do something dangerous. That's totally nuts. These people don't have integrity. Yet they're playing the blame game, and they're saying that everyone else on the internet is crazy and that their product is the only thing that's any good. So it's the weirdest conundrum to be in for me, because you, like me, appreciate it when someone is just upfront with you and be like, you know what, I'm sorry, love to say that this is great for you, but don't buy it. It's not right for you. It's not going to work. It's going to lead to a bunch of headaches. You'd be better off with this over here, right? It's not that hard to put you first. It's not that hard to put the customer first. It's not that hard to put the person that's in need first, right? If you focus on serving people, there's always a way to make money or to do this or to, have an advantageous, I don't know, just that's what everyone is looking for, right? But if you just focus on the people, there's always opportunities that open up for that. So I'll just leave you with this. I don't know any other way to close other than this is weird for me, because these people that work at these places have all kinds of things to say about media guys like me, because we're not married to any one thing. We're just picking and choosing based on a set of criteria and our own needs. You have to remember, I have multiple saunas in multiple houses across the United States. I don't know if people realize that, but I have places in the north and I've got places in the south, and more than one, right? And we're using and testing saunas and doing this and doing that, different parts of the year. Sometimes of the year I'm in the north, sometimes I'm in the south, right? Different set of criteria. So it's not like I've just done this once or twice, right? If you look at my concrete pour videos, you'll see me having to run the boom pump truck because just the operator showed up. There's no hose guy. Who's the hose guy? Me, right? So when I talk about building a foundation, building an office, building a biohacking studio or something from scratch, I mean from scratch. These two hands physically running the excavator, digging the dirt out of a 30 by 30 hole to pour concrete ICF walls to sit our studio on top, right? So when I come to you and say, these people don't know what they're talking about, I'm being nice. Like I'm being real nice. They literally have no earthly idea what they're saying in regards to the right way to do something. And I'm not even talking about something that being to code. All you crazy guys that live in these territories that want you to have AFCI breakers and stuff on it, you guys are gonna have a nightmare in your kitchen. Your stoves and dishwashers and all the new washers that hook up to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and have all these notifications with the phone, you guys are going to backfeed transient voltage on that line and have a nightmare issue with those breakers for the entire duration that you own this house as more technologically advanced appliances come out, right? This is not related to a sauna thing. I don't know if you've ever looked at electrician forums before, but this is a thorn in their side, you guys, right? You wouldn't know any of this unless you had construction experience or background in that. So the information that you're getting from these sauna people is extremely rudimentary. I'm trying, every ounce of me wants to be mean right now, right? But I don't have that charge. It's not personal to me. I don't work at a sauna company and I feel like we have to one up against some other sauna company. I really don't give a shit. As long as it doesn't cause a fire for you and your family, or you get what you need, or these people aren't hurting you, or something like that, I don't give two fucks. They can go say whatever the hell they want. You know, let them continue to say that I work for some company or I do this. Hey, great. I don't really care. I don't have the charge that they have. I'm not backed into a corner like they are. I don't think that there's only one option out there on the market that I have to force you into. I don't believe in the nonsense wavelength thing. I don't think you need a full spectrum sauna in order to get great benefit. I do think there's merit to red light therapy. I think you should use it. I don't think you should get it from your sauna because there's very few saunas on the market that would even give it to you in any meaningful intensity. At the right distance, in the right places, right? Focused wavelength, right parts of the body, not super heated, not super sweaty. Does it work? Absolutely. But look at the PubMed studies. What is the intensity typically? It's always under 50. It's usually like 28. It's usually like 30, right? So why on earth would you try to get 150? Why would you try to get this super powered panel a foot away from you in a hot box? I just don't understand. Yet you're being sold a dual therapy. Oh, you gotta have a full spectrum. You gotta have this, you gotta have that. Sure, but is it gonna work? Is it actually gonna deliver what's in the study? Because if it won't, you're screwed. You're not gonna get the benefit. So you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, you're wasting entertaining these ideas because you are getting the wrong thought up here about how it works and what's actually gonna give you health benefit. And until you unentangle yourself from that process, you're on the wrong track. You're misguided, right? And so, just like I opened the video with, I'm gonna close the video with. There's a lot of things I could say here, guys. There's a lot of things that people could pitch. There's ads for this and ads for that, and there's cool new products and this, that, and the other. I'm telling you, if you don't have this down, do not buy the sauna. Just don't. Don't buy anything, right? It's not some ploy to, have you overspend on something that's out of your budget. You guys realize that we have the DIY sauna course. It'll teach you how to make a sauna that works better than any $500 Amazon tent sauna on the market, period, right? You can buy it for a few bucks. You'll spend $350 making it. You do it in the courtesy of your own home with things that you can get from Home Depot or Amazon, Walmart.com, right? Why would we have something like that if there was like some push to get you to do this one thing for some place that we worked at or something. Whatever the narrative is, right, that these people come up with. Why? It's because it's not for that. It's for you. If you're in that position, you have no money and you want to experiment with heat therapy and see if it gives you great benefit.